Hello.
Hi guys,
Hi.
I'm Joy,
And I'm Will.
and welcome back to
Primary Tenant Pod.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Okay. We didn't practice that one this time. We just kind of went for it.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously it's been a little bit since we recorded an episode.
definitely.
Where did we leave off?
We left off full of hope and joy because we had just defeated the Seattle Torrent in our first ever game.
Exactly.
Is how we left off.
Yes, it was a thrilling game. It was very tight, and we won at the
Yeah.
end. And we were like, "That's it, guys. We're gonna win the rest of it." You had a line in that first episode where you said that it was something like, "We came back like we have done and we always will." I think.
Yes.
And
Oops.
I think was like the major caveat there, because we proceeded to, well, if you've been paying attention, you know, but
Exactly, yeah. Not exactly a fun ride since that game, except
No.
for the last game we had.
except for the last game.
But, yeah.
But the intermediate,
Yeah, literally, during the intermediate, exactly, that phase, that was exactly
That
what was
phase.
going on.
thinking about it is like actually painful for me. Anyway,
Yeah.
3-game road trip, loss, 0 points out of 9.
I know.
Miserable, depressing, horrible.
Like, that's the thing about, like, a 3-point system, is that if you just lose, you're leaving so many points on the table.
exactly.
It hurts.
Yeah, I think like if with like a 2-point system, it's like okay, like it's only like if you have the 3-game road trip, it's only 6 points.
Yeah.
But then like
9 points.
That extra point does add up. It adds up when you win, and it also subtracts quite a bit when you lose.
Exactly.
Yeah. Looking at the standings, dead last. I think after the Boston game, not fun at all.
Just a great time for the city of Vancouver in general.
Yeah, we've been through a
Yeah.
lot these last few weeks.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the other Vancouver hockey drama. This is Goldeneyes.
Yeah, but let's say the Goldeneyes during that road trip were like not helping, shall we say?
The vibes. Yeah.
the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Until, obviously, they came back to Vancouver, back to the Pacific Coliseum, back to being the primary tenant, baby, and stomped all over the New York Sirens.
That was very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do like a road trip recap?
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay, so who did we play?
Well, it started off in Ottawa.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was sitting in a Boston Pizza watching this game with a group of wonderful people, and we were full of hope, joy, and optimism.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we cried into our Boston Pizza by the end of the game.
I'm pretty sure I was writing a paper or like in the middle of an exam or something like that. So I could not watch the game live in person. And then I stumbled out of whatever, finals session thing I was doing, and then into utter devastation and misery. So, yeah.
That game started off really weird. Oh, okay. Should you just say the final score now? It ended 5-1.
I mean, we
Honestly,
scored.
we did score.
We did score. Like, okay, I love a silver lining. We did score.
It was kind of, the rest of it was kind of devastating and horrible.
Yeah.
Did not get off to a great start with that 5-minute major. Obviously, Greco ended up, it was like it was like a head contact to someone like in like the first few minutes of the game. So we were just like immediately on a 5-minute major, and then Ottawa of course scored on that.
Yeah, and we were obviously down a player as well.
Exactly.
She was kicked out of the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also fantastic.
Not amazing.
I know, and especially for like the Ottawa, like our ex-Ottawa players' homecoming game.
Yeah,
why did we do that?
Vanishova,
Captain Bell, why did we do that to her? I mean, it's not like, I was there making it happen.
Was the loss like a full team effort? Well, I think I was definitely kind of shocked that we lost that game.
Yeah.
I will say, I wasn't expecting this. Might sound like cope, but it's just true. Before the season started, there were a lot of people saying that Vancouver was going to blow away, everyone else. We were going to dominate from the hop, and it was going to be like that. And people after the Seattle game, people were like, "Is this going to be the only competitive game they play all season?" The two giants at the top, and then every other game is going to be a blowout. But I was indeed thinking, let's settle down, people. We don't know what's going to happen until it happens.
The line from last episode that really stuck out to me that you said was when you said, "We have only played Seattle.
Yeah.
We haven't played any other team thus far in preseason or regular season play at all. Who knows what we're going to stack up against? Like how we're going to stack up against them? We don't know."
Yeah.
Well, now we know.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was always kind of prepared for a rough patch to the season.
Yeah.
I was prepared for it though to be this rough.
Yeah, right away.
Like
right
the
away.
5-1 did kind of that did
Yeah.
hurt me honestly in
Like,
my soul.
all the online reactions were just, why are the Goldeneyes so slow? Are we
Yeah.
supposed to be swift in flight? You know,
Exactly.
what happened to us?
What happened to Swift in flight? Why
Yeah.
are we turgid in Mach or whatever?
Exactly, like this little duck is just paddling around slowly in the water.
Yeah.
You know, that is not good.
This little duck is not flapping.
Yeah.
It's sinking. I don't know. It's not a
know.
good.
So
It's
yeah.
not a good time.
Lost the Ottawa game
Yeah.
badly.
Well, the one thing that happened in that was we scored the one goal that you said we scored. It was a power play goal.
Exactly.
That was nice.
So we were worried about the power play last game. That we don't have to worry about that as
Well,
much anymore.
We had 4 power plays. Managed to score on 1. It was
Yeah.
it was
Like,
a nice shot.
Looking
from
at the
Thompson.
league stats, I think, like the big master sheet, shout out Kyle Cushman. Thank you so much. I think we have like a fairly middle of the road power play.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
not the
it's
worst
not like
thing.
it's not the league best power play, but it's not terrible.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Like you'd, like kind of like uncheck that box to worry about. Check every single other box after that game.
Yeah.
Honestly, it kind of felt like nothing was working right. It was, yeah. The team was slow. They were disconnected. I don't know. Like I don't want to blame Mashmeyer for that either. I mean,
I'm
one
not.
of the goals is an empty net. So
Yeah.
just saying that one wasn't on her, but it was just the defensive breakdowns. There were a lot of turnovers. It was nothing was really going right.
I
They couldn't really get
know.
anything clicking.
Yeah, and then obviously that's how things were leaving Ottawa.
Yeah, 5-1 loss.
Exactly.
Brianne Jenner had I think 4 points in that.
Thank you.
Just say I was also I was obviously an Ottawa fan like in the previous 2 seasons. I felt incredibly emotionally confused after that game sitting there on the Boston Pizza because I was like I was watching them do their thunderclap Sally.
Yeah.
And I was like I was actually happy for them because that was their first win at home.
Mm.
And they managed to get that really convincing win, so I was kind of happy for them and I was like I remember last year when I would watch this on TV and I would be so happy. I was like that's my team and suddenly the red wasn't my color anymore and I was very emotionally confused.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
After that, we went obviously the team, then
Yeah.
went to New York, and then we were like, maybe they'll be better.
Maybe, but then we were facing like every hot young thing in the league. Like God, bashing my head against the wall.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
No, it really wasn't.
Wasn't it the exact same like score at the end too?
It was 5-1.
5-1. It was like all we could do
Yeah.
was lose 5-1.
That yeah. I was kind of thinking. I was. Maybe this was like hubris or whatever. I was kind of thinking maybe we'll go in there and we'll beat them. You know. I probably had actually been expecting that if the score ended up being 5-1 both times, we would be on the winning side of it.
Yeah.
But we weren't.
Yeah.
It's just the way things
no.
were. But somehow, the New York game was even worse because the way the goals were scored was somehow worse than the Ottawa one. Like in the Ottawa game, one of the goals was an empty net. One of the goals was scored in a 5-minute major. Like it wasn't that soul crushing. And when we scored, it was 3-1. So it felt like we could still kind of get back into it. There wasn't a lot of time left in the third, but it felt like there was energy there and everything.
Yeah.
The New York game was basically just misery from the hop. I mean, we got one of the New York rookies, Nicole Valario, her first PWHL goal. That was pretty cool.
Yay! I mean,
Swiss representation.
no, I'm happy for you. I actually am happy for her. Like,
Exactly.
that is cool. Objectively, scoring your first goal, always happy to be,
Yeah, but-
to see that. But
It was just kind of like, ugh. Also, this was Campbell's first start as well. And
the soup was not hot.
the soup was not hot. The soup was cold.
The soup was lukewarm.
The soup was not feeling good.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also in the Ottawa game there was only 1 goal scored in the first period, so we kind of came out of that going, okay, well, we were outplayed, but maybe we can come back. In the Sirens game, 2 goals for the Sirens in the first period, so we kind of leave that period feeling even worse about ourselves than the previous game, and then it all just kind of got worse from there. It was 4-0 by the time we managed to score our first goal in that game, so it really just kind of it felt out of reach. And then of course we gave another New York rookie her very first PWHL goal, and Kristina Kalsenkova.
I mean, I was waiting for that because we
Yeah.
weren't the first team they played.
No,
I thought it would come sooner. I thought she'd be scoring 4 goals in her debut. I mean,
we just love her. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually really rooting for her. So I wasn't unhappy to. I mean, obviously I was unhappy because we were losing, but yeah, on the face of it, pretty
Yeah,
good, pretty
yeah.
good.
But
yeah.
I think that was the 4-1 goal. Let me just check my little notes here.
Yeah, Will's notes. Will's little stat.
No.
notebook.
That was the one that made it 5-1. Yeah,
Oh.
that was actually the final dagger, the
Oh.
Kalsenkova goal. Jake scores. It's 4-1.
Wait,
it's
also
the
I
third
forgot to say,
period.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
Jake's first goal this
Yeah,
season.
that's right.
That's really exciting. Like
Yeah.
again, scoring from our D, not bad.
Exactly,
We were
yeah.
getting a lot of scoring from our D in the first 3 games.
If you want to look at
inclusive.
the silver lining. Well, those were the only
Yeah.
2 goals we scored on the road trip. So
Well, I'm thinking first 3 games inclusive, where Claire Thompson also
Oh,
scored.
that's
in
true.
our first game.
yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, we were talking about, so like, the third period, it was Kelton Kova's first goal, and then it was Jake's first goal, sorry, and then it was Kelton Kova's first goal of the season, and
yeah. I always said, like, Kelton Kova's first goal of her life, and then I was like, wait, that's not true.
I think I watched her score at World Championships.
Yeah, like, I watched her score. I feel like she, definitely she scored a lot more just in her life. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It's fine.
We don't watch the NCAA, can you guys tell?
Yeah, exactly.
We should probably get more on that horse, actually. We should be, like, prospect knowers.
Yeah.
But everyone's just new to us
I wish
this
I was,
year.
like, the only, like, non-PWHL women's hockey I've really tapped into, unfortunately. Well, I wish I was tapped into more, is the UBC Thunderbirds. And obviously, like, so I think all of them should be drafted. They're all incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want that to change.
I know.
I'm a UBC women's hockey shooter for life.
Exactly. So, like, college hockey, I don't want to watch US college hockey. I want to watch U Sports.
Yeah, like Colgate, what is that? Toothpaste? I'm sick of toothpaste. Too much toothpaste in women's hockey for me.
Exactly. No more
I
toothpaste.
like the birds.
Yeah,
I'm here for
exactly.
the birds, not the toothpaste.
Goldeneyes, Thunderbirds, Birds for Life. Exactly.
Right. We did kind of get on a tangent
Yeah,
there.
yeah, but
very sorry.
I love a tangent. I do love a tangent.
But there was actually another heartbreaking, miserable, horrible goal in that Sirens game where, we somehow looked even slower in that one. The Sirens were basically completely dominating the game. There were no silver linings. The goaltending was, but except we had a power play that we were actually managing to make look good. We had some shots on that. There were some chances. It was looking good, and then Kristen O'Neill gets the puck and then goes on a breakaway and scores a jailbreak goal. And that was the 3-0, 4-0. That was the 4-0 goal. So at that point, we were just like, well, we're cooked, we're toast.
Yeah, this duck is in the oven. This is bad.
Yeah, this duck is being roasted. Like it was not fun. Yeah, so that entire game, there was really, I was watching that game and I was like, Goldeneyes hockey is not fun. Which was kind of a horrible thought that you don't really want to have. Obviously, it was only the third game of the season.
Exactly.
So lots of
10th of the way in.
10th of the way in. Yeah, that's true. The season's shorter. I think that's another thing about the PWHL. Not to go on another tangent, but the lack of games makes every game feel existential.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So like,
you lose one game and you're like, oh my god, that's the end of my season.
That's 3 points gone. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And from previous seasons, it comes down to those.
It does.
That 3-game slide could hurt us later on.
Exactly.
You're watching the NHL and the Canucks lose another game and you're like, whatever.
Yeah, Canucks apathy versus like Goldeneyes, like heart-clenching stress.
Yeah, that's how I would describe it. Yeah,
exactly.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this is my new Goldeneyes game tracker notebook.
Isn't it so shiny and nice?
Yeah, so I do my little handwritten notes in here now. It keeps me a lot more organized. Before it was just scraps of paper everywhere.
Also, it's kind of Goldeneyes colors.
Exactly. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's definitely kind of gold and there's some blue in there. So.
Nice.
This is my little Goldeneyes book.
Yeah.
Then, coming out of that game, we turned to Boston.
Yeah, that wasn't fun either.
The thing was, I actually did have hope going into every single game.
Yeah.
Every single game I was like, we could win this one.
Yeah. It's true for Boston. We weren't blown out. Like, not to really call like 5 goals like a blowout necessarily, but it's trending in that direction.
In the PWHL, I would call it a blowout.
Yeah. And then, actually that's different this year though. I feel like there have been way more lopsided scores than in years previous.
Yeah, but I guess coming from having watched those previous years, a 5-1 PWHL games.
That's a blowout. Okay. I'll just call it. I'll stick with what I said originally. A blowout.
But the Boston game, that was your regular average PWHL game where a team gets shut out. It is 2-0.
Yeah, yay!
We didn't score, so there was no goals to look back on later and kind of dry your tears with or anything.
I know, but like the silver lining is that it wasn't 5 goals scored against us.
Exactly.
It was only 2.
Exactly, and it was a 1-goal game for most of it.
Exactly.
So there was always kind of the feeling in the Boston game that we're not playing great. Boston is really doing a great job of keeping us away from their net.
Thank you. Love that.
But any moment now, a random, floater could go in and beat Frankel. Those never beat Frankel every time, but
yeah, I was watching. I actually did watch that game.
Yeah.
I was finally able to watch it, and I was thinking most of the time, like, oh my god, she is the green monster.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Like, oh wow, I understand.
Yeah.
Completely. Obviously, I knew she was great before, but that was watching her play my team. I was like, God, our goose is cooked, everything.
So watching that game, it makes me wonder I think Erin Frankel has been snubbed for goalie of the year previously. And
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think that this has to be her year to win it. Obviously, we are the season
Because-
is young, but I feel this has to be Frankel's year.
I mean, like, people have been saying she's Boston's MVP this whole time,
Yeah.
basically, and now that Boston doesn't have Hillary Knight, doesn't have Bilka,
Yeah.
you know, just like some big names, or kind of people are saying they're big nameless, but they have Frankel, and they're at the top of the league. I would say she wins. She might even win league MVP. Why not? I mean, early prognostication.
Well, I love it when it's like a forward who doesn't win that stuff. Whenever like a position that isn't a forward wins, like the the MVP or whatever.
Yeah.
It's got to happen more. Anyway, maybe this is Frankel's year. Is this just cope because we couldn't score on her?
I don't care.
She's too good.
No, she is genuinely that
She's
good.
overpowered.
Yeah.
It was genuinely like we didn't have much possession. We couldn't get to her very much, and then when we sometimes managed to actually, there she was. And it was like, oh yeah, we're not scoring in this one.
Yeah, that's just yeah. But I remember like people like the third period was way better. I would say
that's
like,
right.
Things started to click a little bit more.
Yeah, it was kind of a dagger then when Saulnier scored.
Yeah, but at least things were happening a little bit more. Yeah, we're moving around. I just remember, this was so far away now, and I've been doing so many finals and you know, papers and essays and all that.
We're reaching back to the mists of time.
Exactly.
To remember these games.
I'm just like, what was even happening? I remember like leaving the third period of just the game in general, I suppose, thinking, okay, that was something to build on. You know, like that wasn't absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Like maybe they were a little bit faster. Maybe passes were connecting more. You know, maybe there was a little bit more generation.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
You're right.
So yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. Do you want to? Okay. Obviously, the thing that I think a lot of people noticed coming out of those 3 games, this was at least a talking point that I saw. I think Ava mentioned it, and I also noticed it independently, was how bad the face-offs were for the Goldeneyes.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh. And that obviously, you need to win the face-offs to kind of try to get that first possession. If you're losing every single face-off, the other team always has first chance of possession.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know.
This is when I think back to our face-off god, you know, Brooks.
Brianna Brooks. Why did we not have you on the main roster?
Yeah, exactly. Because she could have been winning all those face-offs for us. Oh my
God. I was thinking about that. I was like, imagine just 4C Brianna Brooks right now, just rifling those pucks back.
Genuinely, we could have so needed that. You had a stat from that game you were telling me earlier, face-off wise.
The Boston game?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the face-offs are honestly never great for the Goldeneyes. They weren't great in Ottawa, so let me have a look at there. Yeah, the face-offs, we went 21 for 53, which is about 40%. Like 39.6. It's not fantastic. And our kind of putative 1C in the lineup that night was at 25% on face-offs. That was Rosenthal. I mean, she didn't have that much time on ice, but like that's not what you love to see. The Sirens, it was like it was even 25-25. Actually, not that bad. The Vegas overlining 50% of face-offs against New York. Never mind.
Okay,
that does not fit the narrative, I guess. But Boston was like literally awful. It was.
I mean, you would still want to be winning more of your face-offs than not. Yeah. So
we were 14 for 49 against Boston.
That's awful.
On the face-off dot. 28.6%.
Who are those Boston centers?
That is the question. It's like maybe it's not us that are bad. It's just Boston who are goated.
I mean, they are literally top of the league. They could just have amazing face-offs. Let's
not underestimate Boston. They may be on a bit of a PDO thing right now, but you know, in a 30-game season, PDO can take you a long way.
Exactly.
Anyway, Miller took the most face-offs. She was 8 for 20.
That's
it's like in the other games, she like her face-offs were like fine, but like that game, that's insane. And then Rosenthal was 2 for 8. Segedi was 2 for 7. So it's like no one really had a great game. And like Darcy Lappin's our 4C right now, and like she's also not fantastic on face-offs. And that just kind of face-offs are not the only thing that matter. Obviously, it's just like one stat you can look at on the website.
Yeah, but it does give you like it's important. Yeah, and it gives you possession.
Yeah. If you look at the shot map, I may actually put this up here on the video. If you look at the shot map from that Boston game, they had so many shots from the face-off dot.
Yeah.
They would like win it back and just fire it on Mashmeyer. So like you're not gonna you know beat them or whatever if you're not winning. If you're losing, like if you only win 14 out of 49 face-offs.
Yeah.
That also kind of makes me wonder. Obviously, we've never played hockey. We just never had the opportunity to. So there are a lot of things kind of about the actual like mechanics and stuff of playing a hockey game that kind of escape us, I guess.
Yeah.
And one of those things is face-offs. I've never taken a face-off.
We should just practice that. You know, feel like we two should just practice face-offs against each other so we know exactly what we're talking about next time we have to discuss this. Hopefully by then we'll be like, yeah, we're so good.
But like genuinely, like how is it like a team thing, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like the winning a face-off, like how do you improve that like as a team? Do you just do more like face-off drills, stuff like that? Like it's really one of those things that I kind of wonder about when I'm kind of looking at these stats. It's like what happened to that team face-off percentage that made it so low?
Yeah.
You know, it is.
I wonder if it was just like general slowness. Oh my goodness, and fatigue.
Yeah.
Because again, this was the first road trip out east. There might have been a bit of jet lag, a bit of exhaustion.
100%. I mean, we've taken like the plane from Vancouver to Toronto, and every single time it knocks me out.
Yeah.
And like New York, Boston, it's even further, right?
Yeah.
So I imagine that jet lag was probably huge.
That's one thing, we haven't played Toronto yet. I wonder what it's going to feel like for me when we play them. If I'm going to be feeling the same kind of emotional confusion. Yeah. But that's for the future.
Well, speaking of Toronto, and speaking of face-offs and centers who usually take them, we didn't have Sarah Nurse.
Yeah.
Like, Sarah Nurse has been injured since the first game. We forgot to mention
We actually forgot, because it's been such a fact of life.
Exactly. Sarah Nurse is gone. You just try to accept it and move on, and just kind of like, hopefully she comes back soon, because I'm like...
I know.
We're missing like our center depth. We're missing our 1C right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, no wonder all these things were missing. We don't have Sarah Nurse, who scored our first ever franchise goal and would probably be more competent at face-offs than whatever was happening right there.
I know. You should hope so.
Yeah, this is actually one thing. I forgot to look up her her career face-off percentage. I assume that it's better than 14 out of 49.
I think we can pretty confidently say it's better than that.
Yeah. So we're missing Sarah Nurse and we need her back.
Exactly. That's one thing. I'm like, we were playing injured from the very beginning, basically.
Yeah.
Injuries hit our team before we even just put the puck on the ice. Job Smith injured.
Yeah.
And now obviously Sarah Nurse is out. So like, when we're saying, oh my God, the team is flailing, blah, blah, blah. Like, we have like an important, very, very like cornerstone player injured. Yeah. That's not something you just wave away and say, oh, it doesn't matter. It really, really deeply matters.
Yeah.
So hopefully when she comes back, again, things will look up. Not that things aren't already looking up, because we haven't gotten to the latest game we've played. We've been very in the pits in the beginning part of this episode.
Yeah.
But good things happened, so take it away.
I just want to say first, I think I got too used to Sarah Nurse being injured, but
yeah.
It's like, yeah, actually,
what does our team even look like with her? It's like she's going to be scoring goals. First game she scored a goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
goal per game. Anyway,
the road trip ended. Mm-hmm. They came back to Vancouver. They were able to get some practices in, I believe.
Yeah.
And then they were able to go on home ice and sleep in their own beds and all those wonderful things when you're not living in hotels and traveling by plane and everything. Saturday, December 6th, at Pacific Coliseum against the New York Sirens, who had just beaten us 5-1.
Yeah.
I would bring my mom to that one. Joy couldn't come.
I was at work.
She was at work.
I was at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil library. Anyway, but I was able to bring...
I love my library. I did watch the game, actually, at the front desk on the computer with no sound. Obviously, I couldn't have been blasting the game, commentary in the library. That would have been bad.
You should have.
But I was checking books out to people, and I had the little, picture in the bottom, and scanning the book, like, oh my God, we just scored, and then give the book back. Yeah.
Anyway.
Good moments. Joy, but I wasn't there live. Yeah.
I was at the game with our mom, and this was really exciting because our mom has basically been on the WoHo train since everything started because she loves us. And she came to the takeover game back in January. She was also our guest for that one, and finally we were able to take her to a Goldeneyes game.
Well, you were, yeah.
It was your ticket, so you.
It
were
was
there
my
in
ticket.
Spirit.
You're right.
Yeah. But that was really cool. But I was thinking we better win.
Yeah, that would really...
don't lose in front of my mom, please.
Primary tenant mom.
Primary tenant mom needs to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking also of our standings, place in the standings, and the points, and the fact that we were 0 for 9 on the road trip, and the fact that we only had 2 points. And I was like, we could really use a regulation win right now, guys.
Yeah.
And
4-0.
4-0. Baby.
We got so we didn't get shut out. We got the shutout. Yes.
Yes. And it was
not we, Mashmeyer, putting that out there. Anyway,
it was insanely thrilling. It was insane. I don't even know how to put it in words.
I think the first period was where we most of the goals were scored.
Yep. It was
correct?
3-0
Yeah.
after the first period.
I know.
And those were great goals too. Let me just say that. Those were fun. Like I say, our seats are behind like the opposition goalie in periods 1 and 3. So we were able to watch all of the goals being scored.
Yeah.
Like right in front of us. It was insane.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And the crowd, it wasn't like almost 15,000 like it was in the home opener, but it was still like it was packed. It was like almost 10,000 actually.
Yeah.
So like I did not feel a noticeable drop in energy or anything. It was like everyone was loud, everyone was like passionate. And it was wonderful. I think the chants were maybe a little bit more coordinated this time. We're still working on that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll come. But
Were there any fun chants that we didn't get the first game?
I don't think so. I think it's pretty much just
Let's go Goldeneyes.
let's go Goldeneyes. And Goldeneyes, Goldeneyes.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
A little bit of competition between those two actually.
Okay.
I think Let's Go Goldeneyes kind of has the edge right now.
Yeah.
But we'll see what
I
happens.
really want to be more creative, but I'm struggling to think of more creative chants. You know, you can't just quack because that might sound weird.
Yeah. Do you just like yell quack? I don't know. It wouldn't come across very well in the broadcast, I don't think.
No, that'd be very strange.
Quack, quack. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you do like some kind of weird Mighty Ducks thing. Anyway, not
anyway.
gonna. Anyway.
I was worried about this game because in all the previous games, we were basically scored on early and then every misery followed quickly.
Yeah.
But
This time
we
caused the misery.
this time the Goldeneyes managed to score early, like almost 5 minutes in basically, and it was Abby Boreen again, who obviously scored the overtime winner in the first game at Pacific Coliseum. She managed to score the first goal in this one, so obviously the Coliseum loves her.
Yeah.
And also was assisted by Vanishova. Just like a repeat of the last goal that she scored.
Well,
that
it was
Boreen
like
scored.
it was like they stepped onto the ice and they're like, "Wait a second, I remember this."
Yeah. We remember how winning feels.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get it started early.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really awesome. And then we got our first goal from Captain Bell. I think she came off the bench literally and like managed to score, and it was that was amazing.
I love that. Yeah.
And then we got our very first jailbreak goal of the season. And
Jen Gardner!
It was also
Sorry.
Jen Gardner's first goal of the season, and that was also awesome as hell. I think it had a kind of like a funny bounce over like Osborne's glove or something.
Well, that doesn't matter.
But it went in, and it was a goal, and that's what you need to do. You need to get to the net. You need to confuse the goalies. And
Exactly.
everything.
Yeah. I mean, I watched that soundless, just, you know, keeping an eye on it while doing my other work. So I didn't really get an idea what it was like in the building. Was there much of like a huge crowd pop, or what happened there?
Yeah, I would say so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think that Gardner got the applause that she deserved, honestly.
That's sad.
Because I also kind of feel like there are a lot of new PWHL fans and people who honestly might not know what a jailbreak is. I feel like there was a distinct lack of enough hype for that.
Okay.
There was hype. There was definite hype.
Yeah.
But it was like, we could be.
But it was
could
like
be
just
more
like
hype.
regular goal hype, not Jen Gardner first goal of the season jailbreak hype.
Exactly. That's what I would
Okay.
say. Yeah.
Although she got a huge cheer when she was announced in the first game.
Yes.
So I hope people remember that
Yeah.
hometown.
Yeah, well, maybe my expectations were also slightly elevated or overly elevated. But yeah, it was also after Jen Gardner scored, it was 3-0, and I think we realized that Bell's goal had never been announced yet.
Oh.
So it was kind of after Gardner scored, suddenly Al Murdoch was announcing Bell's goal, and then we were like, wait, that's the wrong goal. What are you doing?
And then he scored. And then he announced
and then
Gardner's.
and actually the period ended, and the
Yeah.
players were going off, and then he started announcing Gardner's goal, and I think people were already leaving. They were going to the exits. You know, the people were racing to the merch stand, to the bathroom to get food or whatever.
Yeah.
So like there wasn't enough hype for the goal announcement for Gardner either.
Interesting.
I feel like they could have, maybe that needs to be kind of.
Yeah, but also, I mean, if you're trying to verify the details of the goal and everything like that.
Yeah.
See, I've never done game announcements or whatever. I don't have experience with that. Much like I don't have experience on the ice either. Sad though it may be, you know. So I don't know what it takes to prepare to actually announce. You know, I bet you have to actually verify things. You can't just be like, I think it was Jen Gardner. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like verification and everything that happens. I'm sure, but
Yeah.
maybe we should just ask like people who know about this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Send a few emails. We need to get like more insider information.
Exactly. Also, Murdoch. So, is he a regular game day announcer now? Because I thought he was
guess
only
so.
there for the home opener, but
Yeah,
he's done
like
2 home games.
He's like the Canucks guy, and I think also the in arena host was also the same person as last time. I think she also does Canucks games.
Yeah.
So maybe there was also a Canucks game that night. Also, it was a
That's
double header
true, yeah.
basically. So I wonder, like, I guess the games didn't overlap, so maybe that's why they were able to do both.
Yeah.
It was honestly really cool. It had that like Vancouver hockey feel.
I love that. Actually, that made
Yeah.
me feel so at home.
Yeah, and hearing his voice announce Jen Gardner's goal and Belle's goal and everything, it did send shivers down my spine.
It does mean something really special.
Yeah. That's kind of like the Vancouver hockey experience, I guess. So
Exactly.
I hope they do more, because that was honestly really special.
Because I think the way our schedule is set up, like we play a lot of Saturday matinees, all that kind of stuff. Do we really overlap that much with the Canucks? Could we get them back more? I hope so. I really hope so.
Honestly, I haven't checked this. I don't think we ever really overlap with them.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope we don't. I mean, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Are the Canucks playing then? I don't know. I certainly don't think they're on a road trip right now, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's true.
Anyway, enough Canucks blabber.
Yeah. Also, I did want to say it would be cool if we got like a new voice, you know, like
that's
a
true.
Goldeneyes voice, who we could associate with the Goldeneyes forevermore. But right now, like entering into the league and everything, it's so cool to have that Vancouver hockey thing, just like you mentioned. Yeah.
I think I'm not upset about it at all.
I'm not
love
upset.
it. I love it.
I do love it, but I think it would also be equally cool to get like our own special connection to someone, to someone's voice. That is, yeah.
Yes. Anyway, there was no scoring in the second period.
Good, because you wouldn't have seen it from your end of the ice.
Exactly. Yeah. That would've been well, if the Sirens had scored, we would have seen it. It was not to be, because in the third period, Abby Boreen scored again! I don't know why I did that voice. I was just really excited. And that was her second goal of the game.
Yeah, that's great. Has she ever scored, like, two... I'm not up on Abby Boreen's statistics.
I am sadly not either. This is something to look up. We're back!
We're back, and we checked Abby Boreen's stats, and she actually has scored... She actually has had a multi-goal game before... At home to boot.
Exactly.
So she just knows how to do it.
Last year, for Montreal, she scored 2 goals in a home game. So this is her second time scoring 2 goals in a home game. So she just knows what to do. Yeah. I love Abby Boreen. Have I said that? I think we're in love with her.
I know.
Her like Selly with the last goal on her knees.
I know. Like I bet that was actually so fun. Again, this time no one was in the library. I mean, many people were in the library, but no one was coming up to the front desk. So my eyes were just glued. Actually, I got rid of the picture-in-picture, and it was just huge on my screen. And I saw the Selly, and I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I think I only relaxed after she scored that, because, 3-0 leads. I mean, in the PWHL so far, they've been unbeatable, but, hockey...
You never know.
You never know where the bounces may fall or whatever. It was like, we could lose this at any second.
Yeah.
I honestly had basically I had faith, but I was nervous. And my mom sitting next to me was like, oh my god, can we hold this lead? 3-0. And then Boreen scored, and then it was 4-0. And then the time ticked away in the third period. We were like, you know what? I think we've got this.
That's incredible.
I think we're gonna come away with the 3 points.
Especially for that embarrassment to New York earlier. Yeah. Like we got a revenge game immediately.
Exactly.
That's great. Yeah.
Yes. It was a lot of fun.
I know. And that's our first commanding win of the season. The first time we've been in control, really.
It was our first lead.
Yeah, first lead of the season, 5 games in. That's really sad. Anyway, no, it's good now because we know what it's like now.
It was a really unique and refreshing feeling, and one that I was not used to. And I was like, do I trust this? I don't trust it. I don't trust the feeling of being happy that we're in the lead. I was expecting to lose it. I was like, that will be more familiar to me.
I know, but that's just we have to not talk like that.
Exactly.
We have to have optimism.
I do have optimism.
I have so much optimism.
That game taught me optimism.
Exactly.
I felt great. I was like, yeah. We're on top, baby.
Well, we're not yet, but
we will be.
That's what we need, yeah. Just unearned confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to fly. Don't you know that meme? It's like the Canucks meme, and it's the orca, and when they lose, it's like, I want to die. But for the Goldeneyes, when they win, it could be, I want to fly.
I want to fly. That's great. Honestly, I feel like we've been talking a lot about the Canucks, and that's just because things happen in the last day that are on our minds a lot.
Yeah.
But we can't wait for tomorrow to hopefully just wash everything away so we can be happy.
Exactly. Yeah. The next Goldeneyes game is in 2 days. It's on Tuesday. We're recording Sunday. Next game is against Ottawa on Tuesday, and then it's just gonna be Goldeneyes again.
Exactly.
We need that. We really do.
Yes, and we're playing Ottawa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ottawa again.
Okay.
So it's interesting how the first bit of the season has gone.
Yeah.
We played Ottawa twice. We played
New York.
The Sirens twice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ottawa. Yeah.
Kind of getting the familiarity up early, and I don't think we play them much in the second half after this, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, it means that you get to wear all your Ottawa swag to the game.
Yes, that's right. I am planning to wear my Ottawa hat.
We should
and
stage
my
another
Ottawa jersey.
We should stage another fist fight. Like just on the concourse.
Honestly, we could.
Pretending to beat each other up. Yeah, that was fun. Doing that with Ava, 365 hockey girl, in the first game was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, Ava was at the New York game too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 365 hockey girl. She came up for the game just kind of spontaneously, and that was so much fun. I got to meet up with her.
That's awesome. I'm really sad I couldn't be there because I really would have wanted to see her again.
Yeah, it was so much fun. We did a TikTok. We were in the Sirens End during warm-ups, and that was crazy. I was like, that's Sarah Fillier. Oh my, feet away from me. That's Christina Kaltenkova. That's, Christine O'Neill. It was insane.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and then after the warm-ups ended, then Ava was like, want to make a TikTok? And we are like standing like at like the bottom of like the stairs right by the glass after warm-ups. I was like, everyone's staring at us. I'm like a shy and retiring person by nature, but then we were doing like a TikTok. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
No, that's great.
Yeah. And then the vibes only continued because then we won. So maybe we
Yeah.
cursed the Sirens or something. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Ava was wearing her inaugural New York jersey.
That's really special.
And that is very cool.
Yeah. No, I really hope all the visiting players are having fun in Vancouver because whenever we have a game, it's always raining and miserable.
Yeah.
We haven't had.
True.
I mean, obviously it's Vancouver. When
They
would it
haven't
ever
seen
not
the
be?
sun yet.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like you touch down and it's like, oh, Vancouver. What did I expect?
Yeah. Well, because I follow Christina Kaltenkova on Instagram, and then
Yeah.
on her Instagram story, like the night before, there was like a picture of there was like a Gastown clock or something.
Yeah.
With the steam coming out of it, obviously. And it was raining, and I was like, this is like the most like tourist Vancouver thing imaginable. And I was like, and Christina Kaltenkova is experiencing this. It was insane.
She's experiencing Vancouver? What do you mean?
She's at the Gastown clock.
Yeah, because it actually feels now, we were mentioning this in our last episode as well, it feels like we're actually being integrated into the league more.
Yeah.
It feels like we're in the league. We're not just in this weird bubble with Seattle. You
Yeah.
know, like players are coming to Vancouver. We're going to other cities.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, I really like that. Even if, we also had to take our lumps, which I think is important, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like we're definitely kind of more of the part of the league. And, yeah, the Sirens were in Vancouver, and they were at the Gastown clock, at least one of them. And I will say, I am a Vancouverite. I am not a hater of the Gastown clock. A lot of locals are. They're like, it's stupid. It's like a tourist junk thing or whatever. It's only been there since the 70s, It's
Even
not
that now
special.
is a little bit old. I'm just going to
Exactly.
put that out there.
It's getting more and more vintage by the day.
Yeah.
But I genuinely do think it's cool. And whenever I am around there, I do tend to wait for the steam. I do. I have to admit that. Does
Normally
that make
I
me,
look
like,
at
a
it,
lame Vancouverite?
No, I chuckle softly and then I move on.
Oh.
But
it
not,
is cool.
this is not like evil chuckling where I'm like, it's just like, oh, so sweet. And then I continue. I'm like, oh, the clock. I don't have to see the steam. But I will for Kaltenkova.
Exactly.
How about that?
It's like, why wasn't I hanging around the Gastown clock waiting for the steam?
Yeah.
I could have done that.
I could have been doing that
Like,
too.
Hey, Kalty.
We were just talking about the good vibes.
The good vibes.
The
That's
good
right.
vibes.
The vibes were great. Now, we were
Yeah.
still outshot pretty badly. We haven't talked about the shots yet either. We were brutally outshot in every single game.
Of course. But at least.
But we capitalized on our chances.
Yeah, and MASH was amazing.
MASH. We haven't even talked about the stick save.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, that's a huge. Like, it's become naturalized to me. It's like, oh, we don't have Sarah Nurse, and that amazing save.
Everyone's talked about it.
It's legendary. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it was crazy because Gwyn Phillips had an amazing stick save in an earlier game. I forget who they were playing.
I feel like Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Don't quote me on that.
Toronto.
Could have been Toronto.
Something like
Yeah.
that. I think it was on Blair Turnbull. It was against Toronto.
Oh, yeah, Toronto,
Gwyneth
yeah.
Phillips for Ottawa has this amazing stick save. Desperation.
Yeah.
And then Mash Myers
Does it with so cool, calm and collected.
Yeah.
Like, Phillips kind of sprawling. Not MASH. She just, like a magnet to her stick.
Yeah,
The puck
exactly.
just
She was like,
is
oh,
glued.
I need to be over there right now. Whoa!
Yeah.
But she was controlled.
Yeah, it
looked
perfect.
very cool.
It was so cool. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, she planned that, But no, apparently.
Yeah. She saw a flash of Fillier's jersey and she knew that he had to be over there or something like that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Just that the split second reactions you would need to have. I could never be a goalie.
Elite Team Canada starter, my agenda, Mashmeyer.
Yeah, my hot take after the rivalry series is that it should not be Desbiens. I don't want to talk anymore about the rivalry series. That's just what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was also a little bit surprised actually in that Sirens game that we kind of scored that many on Osborne, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
but
think some of them were also kind of, fluky goals in a way, but like I was kind of
sometimes you
surprised
just
a little bit by
have a
that.
bad game. Like
Yeah.
our soup was cold. I don't have a pun for Osborne, but
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to like keep going back and forth between games and like confusing everything, but like what are your Campbell thoughts?
my Campbell thoughts. I didn't get to watch that game as closely as I wanted to.
True, yeah, the Sirens game.
This past the section where we've been playing games and we've had this break and everything has been my academic hell month, essentially. Really bad timing, because it means I can't devote as much brain space as I want to the PWHL. It means that I've been doing group presentations, panic writing papers, recording CDs for projects, stuff like that.
All that hellish stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of podcasting,
Exactly.
getting on the grind.
But all that is over on the 18th, and then I could just spend all my time staring at stats, which, I'm looking forward to.
Exactly, yeah. So those were not your Campbell thoughts.
Those are not my Campbell thoughts. Those are my my apologies for not having fully fleshed Campbell thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
But obviously, I guess maybe I'll throw in my very vague Campbell thoughts, which is she had kind of issues in Toronto last year, right?
Oh, we wanted overall Campbell thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
Obviously, you were a Scepters fan. She kind of had issues. I feel like she was kind of beat on kind of early shots a lot.
Yeah.
If memory serves.
When I was watching Toronto, I often spent a lot of time just being scared.
Yeah.
When she was in net, I ended up being like, "Yay, Kirk!"
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously she got injured, and that didn't help. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Campbell makes me kind of nervous. I mean, was a 5-1 loss on her? No, it wasn't. The team, there were turnovers, and the defense wasn't really there, and we couldn't score. But
sometimes you just also need your goalie to bail you out, and sometimes they don't. You know?
And she kind of let in that first Valario goal. It was a good shot by Valario. Honestly, I think she may have honestly been screened by a Goldeneye. I'm not totally sure, but I was watching multiple angles. Can Campbell see that puck? I don't know.
Yeah.
She just kind of makes me nervous, but maybe I should just be more positive.
Be more positive. We've been saying this throughout, I think, is just be more positive. We don't have to be doom and gloom.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that Sirens game was kind of...
I know.
Anyway,
exactly.
Obviously Mashmeyer's our starter now, I would think, right?
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, and then in the Mashmeyer start against the Sirens, she had that brilliant save, and that does give the fans confidence. I think it gives the team confidence.
It gave me confidence. Maybe it gave me a lot of joy. Pun not intended, but
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were still outshot in that one.
You've mentioned this. We're not going to dwell.
But the face-offs were better. We were still kind of out face-offed a little bit. That's not a word, but whatever. But they were much more even.
Okay.
And I think at that point, it is kind of a bit of a 50-50 at some point.
Maybe we're just better against New York. Maybe they're just worse at face-offs.
You're right, actually.
I have no other observation other than that.
Now
I don't even know how to prove this.
We need to play teams that aren't New York and Ottawa as well.
Yeah,
just to see what our real face-off situation is.
I know.
Boston.
Actually, I can't.
We just need to play more of the season, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Halfway through, we'll know. We'll know. Yeah. But that's basically my game thoughts, your game thoughts. Yeah. Do you want to talk about more fun stuff?
Oh, wait. One last thing was that...
We're so good at this. One last thing. Okay, continue.
Previously, so in the first few games, the game against Seattle and the game against Ottawa, the D pairs were pretty stacked up top, I would say. It was, what was it? I think it was Thompson Bell, and then it was Channel Watkins Jakes, or Jakes Channel Watkins. No, wait, Channel Watkins Jakes. Yeah. And then I think it was Bard and Greco or something like that. So it was you kind of had your top guns up top and everything, right?
Yeah.
They switched that up for the Boston game. They Samoskevich ended up paired with Bell, I think. Channel Watkins and Jake stayed together, but they were kind of the top pair, and then Thompson was suddenly on the third pair with Bart, I think.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like they were like, okay, we can't really right now. We can't really afford to have all of our top D just kind of up here or whatever, and then our maybe the bottom pair was severely struggling. So I think they kind of spread the real kind of D talent kind of down the D core lineup. So that was interesting. I think it actually worked out really well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think.
Yeah. I wonder.
Keep doing that maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I guess my question now would be Nina Job Smith. I think.
Yeah. Where would she slot in?
She's back to skating, I think.
Yeah.
So where does she slot in? Samoskevich could play forward, right?
Yeah,
I think
she's a pivot.
She was drafted as a center, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's actually interesting.
She could slide up there, and then.
Yeah.
And then you still have your 7 defenders.
Actually, that is interesting because obviously we're missing Nurse, but we're also missing Job Smith, and so we have 7 defenders. So she could have played center. She could have been part of that center depth, but they have her playing defense in this kind of situation where we're beset with injuries. That's just interesting.
I wonder if they ever plan on playing her at forward.
Yeah.
Like what's going to happen? They're going to have to cut someone at some point, I guess, from from like the active roster. So I'm scared about that.
But we just signed Schneider.
I know.
I don't want to see her go. This is obviously a preview of what comes next
in the episode.
Yeah.
There's also Darcy Lappin. She's been okay.
Yeah.
What do we do?
I know, but honestly, I might. Looking at time on ice for the last game, Izzy Daniel was not played.
That's true.
She was not out there much. Obviously, none of the fourth line really was out there much. But Daniel hasn't scored a point yet.
Yeah, she's been kind of invisible, honestly.
Kind of invisible, and I kind of wonder if they, I don't want to say it. She's my Toronto girl.
It's tough because we love Daniel.
Yeah, she wears my favorite number.
Yeah, and what Joy said, in the first in the episode after the home opener, which is we're going to be comparing how Gosling and Daniel do. Well, Daniel is kind of losing the race right now.
Daniel's losing the race. Gosling is on the national team. It looks like.
Yeah.
So this is just not fun for Daniel, and I really want her to step it up in the next game. I don't even know how, if her ice time is being limited like that. But that's what I hope, especially if the lineup's gonna be juggled, if Schneider stays, Nurse comes back, you never know. So
I think in the first game she was top 6, and then after that, so we'll see what happens. I mean, the loss of Nurse has shaken things up in weird ways, so we don't really know what the healthy lineup looks like.
Yeah, the chemistry formed between different lines right now. The lines are going to be switched around anyway.
Exactly.
So I don't think I don't want to be a downer. I do not want to be a downer, but it would be nice if she started speeding up a little bit.
Yeah.
we need that. Force formed in flight energy. Let's go.
Yeah. But it's she was a Patty Kazmaier winner.
Yeah.
And it's kind of so she has something there, but then another Patty Kaz winner was let go. It was Giguère. She's not in the league anymore, so it's kind of
there is a jump
tough.
from college.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
it's really tough, and
I know. Yeah, but now I want to talk about fun things.
Because
I feel like I started getting down again.
Yeah.
We had fun recently. This past Thursday, I don't know if you guys know about the Cutting Edges, but they're Vancouver's queer hockey association. So let's say gay hockey, Vancouver Goldeneyes goes together like peanut butter and jam. It's perfect. And it was also special because they were hosting a community skate on Thursday.
Yeah, the Cutting Edges.
Yeah, the Cutting Edges. And they said there would be a special guest and Goldeneyes merch. So obviously we're thinking, a Goldeneye special guest. Wonder who that could be.
Yeah.
And we were obviously really excited, so we decided to go.
Mm-hmm. And we'd been wanting to go to one of those Cutting Edges community skates for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
And this was kind of okay, we definitely have to go this time.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think I'm going to keep going even if there aren't special guests because it was a great atmosphere.
It was a great time.
Yeah. And also I would say, just going to plug it, if you're in Vancouver and you want to have fun skating with fun people and experience more queer hockey, definitely go to a community skate and just go to the Cutting Edges Instagram and they have details on they'll post when the next one is.
Yeah.
So but anyway, we did go to one. Everyone else was wearing hockey skates. I was in figure skates. I felt a little bit awkward.
Our crusty old figure skates that haven't been sharpened in 5 years.
No edges. These things have no edges anymore. They're flat.
Yeah, if I tried to do a crossover, I would die.
Exactly. Yeah. It's anyway. At some point, I have to get them sharpened. But
anyway, we were on the ice. We met our good friend Adele, our good friend Gustav. That was really fun.
Exactly.
They had the pride tape.
Yeah, they were
jerseys.
actually playing hockey. Well, not playing hockey, shooting on the net and everything. And we were just skating around.
Yeah, like penguins.
Yeah. And then obviously the special guests arrived and it was Ashton Bell and Malia Schneider.
That was insane.
That was crazy.
We were already on the ice skating and then we kind of see them walk in through the glass and we're like, is that Bell? Also, is that Schneider?
Yeah, this was at the West End Community Center, by the way. All the community skates are at the West End Community Center. Just you know.
That's where we learned how to skate.
Exactly.
That's our home rink.
Lore drop.
Yeah. So it was really fun to be there, and then it was they were just there all of a sudden, and we managed to get things signed.
Exactly. Will bought me a mini stick from the merch stand, which is really nice. Thank you. My Christmas present.
Merry Christmas.
And I got that signed, and I was shaking in my skates about it, and they were so nice. And then we had a conversation later on the ice with Belle and Schneider, just standing around while I try not to fall over because it might I'm not. I can skate. I can't stand still on the ice. But it was so much fun.
Yeah. They are very gracious and generous and lovely people. I can
Yeah,
just say that they were
genuinely.
really lovely.
Like fun as well.
Yeah, fun and funny and
Yeah.
it was truly just wonderful. Yeah, I know. I kind of like skated. People were talking to them basically the entire time. We're like skating around. There's always people coming up to them, and they're chatting to a lot of people. And at some point, they're kind of like free, I guess. And then I kind of skate up to Malia Schneider. I'm like, how do you pronounce your name? Like, is it Malia? Is it Malaya? Like, am I doing it right? She's like, yeah, it's Malia. You know, and then start chatting. And Joy at some point after this, Joy's like, I can't believe you were badgering Schneider with all those SDHL questions. I felt so bad. Like, I don't know. It's like we have so many questions.
I did not.
Players.
I didn't mean to say that you were badgering her. I meant it was fun.
Okay,
it was fun.
I'm glad it was
like
fun.
you obviously were really interested, and I think she appreciated that.
Yeah, because it's just like we have so many questions for the players. Like, there's so many things we want to like find out and know and everything. So.
I felt like I was making a horrendous fool of myself. Like, I lost all control over my mouth, and words were just coming out. I was acting like an idiot.
Oh yeah. I think it was. I don't know. It was just amazing. It was kind of like an out of body experience. I will say.
Genuinely.
That. Yeah.
Also, I felt like Belle was really tall.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know. Like maybe hockey skates
like,
just have more height to them or something.
She's 5'9", so she's taller than us already.
Definitely, yeah. But I felt like I was just looking up at her and I was like, oh my god.
They're hockey players.
Yeah.
You know, they're built like hockey players.
Yeah.
And we're just like, wow.
I felt very small and weedy.
I'm a noodle.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was also a little bit nerve wracking because our friend Adele was like, they have a podcast, referring to us obviously. There's like, yeah, these are like podcast. They have a podcast and everything. They were like, so she was like telling Schneider and Belle about that, and I kind of felt like I didn't know what to do. I was just like shaking, and I was like, what am I doing right now?
I mean, like, here we are podcasting about the situation where we were embarrassed,
Yeah, but I was like, it's just like something. I have like a block. I'm like, I don't want the players to know that I'm talking about them. Like, I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Maybe it's like a Vancouver media hang up.
I think it is. Yeah.
So much about like how toxic Canucks media is and everything like that. I'm like, well, I guess we kind of are Vancouver media, kind of like fan media or something like that. I'm like, I don't want to be like a weird toxic presence or whatever. I don't want the players to feel pressure or something like that. Yeah. So like,
I feel like, but in the grand scheme of things, we are a tiny little drop.
Yeah, that's true.
In like the entire media landscape.
Yeah.
So like whatever we say about
yeah, will they take us seriously?
Yeah. And we try for positivity.
We do try for positivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then later on they were the players were like asking us about how we got the podcast started and everything, and I was like, yeah.
I stumbled out some kind of stupid story. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was great.
My brain was just like white noise the entire time.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, you can hear in my voice. I was nervous thinking about it.
I know.
Yeah, but no, they were very, very lovely and wonderful, and I would really love to get them on at some point.
I know.
Because I need to ask Schneider those STHL questions.
Exactly. I don't know if they have time for like a little podcast because obviously they're professionals doing their jobs and everything.
Yeah. But if they ever did, it would be fantastic.
I know. Because I think she asked at some point, like, are you interested in having players on or something like that? Are you thinking about that? And we stumbled out some kind of maybe next year kind of answer. Yeah. But it would be so cool.
It would be the best thing ever, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just got to, put our big podcaster boots on or something, and then maybe just make a go of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not #watch this space, but like something that that would be really fun. Yeah.
Obviously, Gloves Off Seattle has interviewed players in the past, so I'm sure that we could also do that if we were brave.
Yeah. Let's be brave. Let's be optimistic.
We're so brave.
We're so brave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Positive self-talk, guys.
Exactly. Yeah. But that was really a highlight of my past week.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
they're wonderful people.
Yeah, wonderful people. Wonderful atmosphere, again, just at the community skate in general.
Yeah. Lots of rainbow, lots of Goldeneyes presents.
Exactly.
It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. People just in Goldeneyes jerseys, just, skating around, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, that's the most fun thing that's happened in the past semester for me, actually.
There's always got to be one thing.
There's always got to be one thing.
This is carrying you through exams.
It is so carrying me through exams. I still have 2 exams left. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, it's fine. I'll be fine. The Goldeneyes will make me fine.
The Goldeneyes are here to help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then today was the season ticket holder, exclusive merch shopping experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we got this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I spent a lot of money on this little Lululemon hoodie thingy. Not actually a hoodie. Yeah, but it's really comfortable and I love it.
Yeah. We kind of came a little bit late, so when I got to basically my favorite merch design, which is this, it's embroidered. It's
the
so
embroidery
dynamic.
is good. Yeah.
The depth and the layers. I've loved this design since I first saw it kind of on the online store, and finally I saw it in person. But like my size was obviously sold out. But then I kind of, went over to like the desk or whatever, where the kind of, I guess, the store manager was sitting, and we actually saw her before at the Goldeneyes event on Thursday.
Yeah.
Where I was like, "Hi, I'm a season ticket holder. Can I get a discount on my mini stick?" So she kind of recognized us.
Yeah.
And I kind of went over and I was like, "Hey, are you gonna have this again tomorrow? Are you gonna restock the sizes and everything?" And then she was like, "Wait, what like, what do you want? What size do you want?" And I was like, it's the the embroidery, the crew neck, and everything." And she was like, "I think I have some left in stock. Let me just go to the back real quick." And then so she did that, and she came back with this, and
perfectly in your size,
perfectly in my size and everything. It's so fluffy and warm and embroidery.
I feel fluffy and warm and cozy. I feel hugged. I feel like it's beautiful.
Yeah, like nice bird feathers. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it was so lovely of her, and she really pulled this out for the back for me, like especially. So shout out. We don't know your name, but you're amazing.
Exactly. Exactly.
You. Yeah.
And also we got the season ticket season ticket member gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So really cute little toque and patches that say founding member.
Yeah.
And that's really fun too. And I have to figure out what I'm going to do with my patch. I'm thinking I'm going to put it on a jean jacket that has a lot of badges and such. What do you do with yours?
I've seen people put it on their jerseys. I don't know if I trust myself with an iron to do that. I don't want to destroy it. So I might just I put it up on my wall or something.
You could always stitch it on to your jersey.
I could.
That would be fine.
There'd be holes in my jersey. I do
but
like
then
to sew.
But then the patch is on your jersey. That's the point, is to have the patch on your jersey.
I know, but like I don't want to screw it up.
You wouldn't screw it up. One thing is that Will is actually a great sewer, so don't listen to anything they say when they're scared of being of messing up, because they're actually good at that stuff.
Oh, so. Thanks, Joy. Yeah, my next sewing project is probably going to be a Goldeneye, like a plush Goldeneye. We'll see how that actually comes along.
They can bring that to games.
Exactly,
wait, if you did a little mini one, you could like trade something for it with a player. Wait, sorry, I'm just coming up with ideas randomly. But that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I want to do? Because like we also both knit, and I'm currently knitting I'm double knitting something for like a friend of mine. It's like a little square pot holder thingy. It's not really a pot holder because it might not protect your hands, but
okay,
it's knitting. It's not gonna anyway. But I was thinking I could do that, and I could do a duck design, and then maybe like throw it over the side. I don't know if anyone would want a pot holder on the team, but like
it's not a pot holder. It's a cute little tapestry thing.
As I was just saying. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I would love to give the players handmade gifts.
I would love to.
They mean so much to us.
You know what? Christmas is coming up.
They should know it.
Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm incredibly slow at these things, so it'd probably be like something for April, but
Belated Christmas gift. It's the playoffs, you know? Fingers crossed. Oh my god, knock on wood. Yeah.
But that'd be really cool.
Yeah. So we should really just cook something up.
Yeah, let's get cooking.
Yeah, let's get
cooking. Go Goldeneyes!
Go Goldeneyes. Perfect. Okay, so that's kind of the outro then.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, do we want to sing our song again?
Oh, yes.
We have to sing our song. We said we were going to do this. Also, like, Goldeneyes won, so...
Yeah.
It's good juju. Okay.
So we're singing Goldeneyes, like Vancouver.
Yeah. Okay.
Vancouver Goldeneyes.
Vancouver Goldeneyes. Vancouver Goldeneyes. Woo!
That's so much fun. I love doing that. We're flying away, baby. Thank you so much for watching.